One of the hottest head coaching candidates out there, Mike Munchak, reportedly meeting with the Broncos today on this Friday. Hello from the Broncos Media Center. I'm Phil Milani alongside Matt Boyer and Steve Atwater. Guys, Mike Munchak has a lot of experience in this league. That's one of the things we heard the Broncos were looking for. He's been a head coach. What do you think of the name being thrown out there?
Well, I personally like it because there are very few coaches in this league that can point to that gold jacket in their closet and say, like, you should listen to me because I know what I'm talking about. I think he's done a great job of developing young talent, especially along that Pittsburgh offensive line for the last couple of years. I think that he would be a solid candidate, Steve.
Yeah, I agree with you. He comes in the building with instant credibility. All you got to do is throw that gold jacket on. Hey, man, you guys follow me. I can take you to the promised land. You know, one of the things that I like about Mike Munchak, one, he played the game at an extremely high level, but also I love just the stability that he's had over the course of his career. He, of course, played for the Houston Oilers, and then when the Oilers moved to Tennessee, became the Tennessee Titans, he was in that organization for many, many years.
Why is consistency important to you, Steve? I mean, it just shows that, hey, wherever he is, he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's got to be doing a good job, and offensive lines that he's coached, they've done a good job of developing players. And also, the Broncos are looking for a stable coach. We don't want to have every 2 to 3 years we have coaching changes, and I think he's the epitome of a stable coach who can bring instant credibility to the building.
One of the things I think is most interesting about his skill set as an offensive line coach, Steve, is you see wherever he's gone, the Steelers, he's gotten Le'Veon Bell to a great yardage number during his tenure. Chris Johnson, another guy in Tennessee for a lot of years, a great rusher. The Broncos have a very nice young running back core right now, so he could pair very well with that skill set.
Yeah, he's considered the best O-line coach in the NFL. The last 2 seasons, he's had 3 of his linemen head into the Pro Bowl. What do you think about that transition, though, from O-line, you know, a position that's not necessarily X's and O's and that kind of thing, moving to head coach?
Again, I think that everybody's talking about Gary Kubiak possibly getting back into the football side, and I think it would be a perfect match, Mike Munchak and Gary Kubiak running that offensive side of the ball. So, yeah, I have no problems with that.
And you know that you like he's got that background as the head coach. He's not going to have to come in here and go through some of those growing pains.
No, and to Steve's point, he just mentioned the offensive side of the ball. His defenses, while he was in Tennessee, were pretty good. They weren't terrible. They were very, very good. So I think that, like Steve mentioned, when you've got a guy with head coach pedigree who instantly knows, you know, what to say to guys, especially when you're a former player, Steve, I know that, you know, it coming from a guy who has been in the trenches, it has to mean more.
Yeah, it does. It means a lot. And, you know, I know Coach Joseph, he was a former player as well. But sometimes coaches who've played the game can get a little bit more out of players. They can challenge players without the fear of the players kind of alienating them. They can challenge them and be tough on them. And at the same time, the players still know that they care about them.
Well, he's one of the hottest names out there, reportedly interviewing at several spots. But we heard this week Ben Roethlisberger talking about how much he loves Munchak. Says the one spot that really concerned him was Denver. That's because Coach Munchak has some family out here. So we'll see if that could lure one of the hottest names to come.
Any advantage they can get, just take advantage of it.
Exactly. Right. Well, Mike Munchak reportedly interviewing with the Broncos today as the Broncos head coaching search continues. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Steve Atwater, Matt Boyer, I'm Phil Milani.